Good evening, everyone. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I just wanted to thank everybody for taking the time out of their day to pop in here quick. We have something really special to share tonight. We're actually sharing something that I took a look at a few years ago. Now you guys are going to get to take a look at it. And a few years when I took a look at what we have tonight, you can't even compare to what we actually have right now. There's so much more. So I'm really excited to share this with everyone tonight. So my name is Amanda Holobotic. I'm a mom of three. I would say I'm kind of like semi-retired, and this is going to go along with some of the stuff that we're going to share with you guys tonight. I never expected to find something as amazing as what we're about to share with you tonight, and I had been one of those people that was like, when it was shared to me, it's just one of those things. But let me tell you guys, one of these things has impacted my life so incredibly, for my family, my health, my finances, and has basically changed my whole entire life and our whole family life. So tonight I want to share one of my favoriteest people. Her name is Jen Laurie. She's been in this industry for 16 years, and we're going to show you guys why this is so special and why I'm so excited to share some stories. And we have some special guests tonight. So Jen's been here 16 years. She is a certified holistic nutritionist, and she is just such a powerful person within our community, within our group. And I'm just so excited for you guys to hear what Jen has to share tonight. Jen, take it away.
Thank you so much, Amanda. And I love the partnership we have and the friendship that we've created. Relationships are one of the things that we create here. We create relationships, support, and we share the things that people are looking for most. So, if I were to ask you, what are the things that most people around you are asking questions about? I can bet that the conversations are surrounding finances and health probably like 90% of the time. Would you agree? Like everyone's talking about it, right? They're trying to do their best to optimize their health. They're trying to do their best to keep their finances in order. Everything's more expensive than it's ever been. And we're just trying to do the best we can. And we have an opportunity to explore what that could look like and how we could potentially partner with you to create that by sharing the vision that we have. So I'm going to kind of spend just a few minutes diving into the vision of what we have available, what we have our hands on that you would be able to access as well. So I'm going to share my screen here with you and we are going to kick it off. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Okay, we're going to put it in present mode here. All right. Oh boy, hold on. Hold on. Sorry, you guys. We ended up on the wrong page here. All right, thank you for your patience. Gotta love technology. Here we go. Okay, now we have got this thing going on. Okay. Here we go. Got to make sure we're in the right country here. So, we're talking about Canada today. We're talking about a company called Trinant. Trinant is a French military word that actually means to change life. And like Amanda was saying, it's changed her life. It's changed hundreds of thousands of people's lives, not just in Canada, in the US. So, we are now branched open in the UK, in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and so on and so on. And so, we are all over the place. This is an international opportunity. It's not just available in Canada. However, we're going to really be focusing on the Canadian market here tonight and what that looks like for us. Those of us who are going to be speaking tonight are in Canada. I live in Edmonton, Alberta, and I was born and raised here. And though I've always had that bit of an entrepreneurial spirit, I grew up with a father who built a business from nothing. My husband and I have been in the franchise space before. So we've done traditional business, we've done franchise, and then we found this online space where we can create impact through sharing online. And let me tell you, the flexibility, here's something else people are looking for. People are looking for a way to create income without having to leave their home, or perhaps being able to do it from anywhere, a beach, right? The pool, the park, the gym, wherever, right? Being able to have that flexibility of being able to work from anywhere is a big, big deal. So, this is not a brand new company. We have won a lot of awards for our company and the culture that we have. We've won awards for the products we have. And though, let's dive in. We're going to really spend most our time here talking about the wellness space that we're in, but really we're in multiple spaces. So we do focus on health. We also offer an opportunity to save huge on travel and even travel for free. So we're going to dive just a little bit into that in a little bit. So stick with me here. We're going to talk about how you can create income by sharing things that make an impact in your life. And then we also have a pillar where we like to give back to our communities. And I really, really love that. That really stood out to me when I got started because a lot of times people just throw money at a problem. And though that's important, what really makes the biggest impact is when we actually go give our time and work in the communities that need extra support. And I love that that is something that we do focus our attention on. So let's dive into the wellness solution. So we have things in lots of different areas. We think that the core of your health, the foundation of your health is going to come from healthy eating, lifestyle habits, and through supplementation. And the supplementation is a huge piece because, well, first of all, 95% of the supplements on the market are synthetic. They're not bioavailable to the body, which means your body can't actually use it. You will put it in your body, but your body can't actually use the nutrients that are in it. And so that's one of the things that really stood out to me as a holistic nutritionist. It stood out to me that, these products were built different. They were getting different results. So we focus on all kinds of different areas of health, weight management, supporting health through weight management. Whether you're an athlete or you want to be an athlete, we have things that help with beauty. We're going to talk a little bit about drinking your beauty products, which is a big deal because most people think it's just like surface external, but you can actually drink your beauty products and get a better result than just putting something on the outside. Because oftentimes, what's happening on our skin is a reflection of what's happening on the inside of our body through the gut skin axis. So, we're going to talk about energy. Do you know anyone walking around saying, I wish I had more energy? Absolutely. We need more energy. Okay. So one of the cool things that is about Trinont that stood out to me is that we actually own every step of the way. We're third party tested and we have a manufacturing facility that we own. It is CGMP certified. That's very important. What that means is what you are getting is actually what it says on the bottle. Nothing more, nothing less. And that is really, really important. And so from start to finish, we control it, which means we can ensure that you're getting the quality service and quality products that you deserve. So, let's dive in and talk about gut health first, because gut health is the absolute foundation. And so, one of the things that I love about this product is it targets the root cause of dysfunction when it comes to gut health. And gut health, it comes from every direction, right? Because we got the gut skin axis I just mentioned a minute ago. We've got the gut brain axis, right? 80% of your hormones are being made in your gut. So if you have a hormone issue, That's a struggle. Thyroid issue stems from the gut. Autoimmune stems from the gut. If we are not accessing the nutrients from our food, we are going to have dysfunction in our body, and that dysfunction is going to come from the nutrient deficiencies that can happen. Now, one of the absolute best things that's just on the horizon here is, if you have not heard this, there is a huge influx of people who are using some pharmaceuticals as a tool for weight loss. You've probably heard of them. They're called GLP-1s. And one of the things that we're going to be targeting right now is moving into supporting people who are on these GLP-1s, because they do come with some side effects that need to be supported. And so, what I just recently learned is 1 in 8 adults are currently using a GLP-1. Is that not crazy? So there's a huge need for people to be supported in this area. And the number one thing that we need to do is we need to support our gut health. And this is going to come into play with those people. It's a huge opportunity to help a lot of people, because with the GLP-1s, it slows down motility and reduces the bioavailability of your food, not just supplementation, but food. And Enrich is going to help you protect your gut health. Now, I have a friend of ours who just got started on Enrich. We've invited her here today to share with you, because it's a brand new, hot off the press story of impact by using the Enrich. So, Jordan, welcome to our Zoom call here today. I am going to ask Jordan if she can just share a little bit of what she was going through and how long she's been struggling with it. And then you were introduced to this. You've tried other things before, and you were introduced to this. And then what happened? Why don't you share with us?
So I have actually struggled with gut health for years, and I never really took it seriously. I had my daughter, and I just still didn't really care about what I was eating. It was like, oh, okay, I'll just quickly grab this and go because I'm a first-time mom. I'm a new mom. I didn't know anything about it. So finally, a few months ago, I was so sick and tired of feeling like crap after I ate anything. Like, I could take 3 sips of water and I would be so bloated. I was looking like I was 6 months pregnant again. Anything I ate gave me severe stomach cramps, especially gluten and dairy. So I have avoided those, which sucks because there's things like pizza that I love to eat. So I was introduced to Enrich, and I was told about it a while ago, and I never actually listened when I should have listened. And so finally, it was the June 10th. I placed my order, and I got it on the 14th, and I started it that day. And within 24 hours, I noticed a difference. My bloating was starting to go down. I wasn't getting cramps after I was eating. I didn't feel like that sluggish, gross, over full feeling, which was super nice. But I was like, oh, maybe it's just in my head. I'm gonna give it a couple more days. And then I waited, and then after 7 days, I have zero bloating. I am down 9 pounds, which is probably the weight of bloating and like all the water weight I was retaining. I'm also down 3 inches off my waist. So I have a sweater that I haven't worn in, I think it was like 7 months was the last time I had it on. I put it on and now it's baggy on me. So like that was a really good feeling. And I've been really testing my limits with what I've been eating. And I've been like, I ate ice cream the other day and I had no problems. I had no stomach cramps. I had nothing bothered me. I wasn't running to the bathroom like I normally would have been within like literally 3 minutes. And so, yeah, I've been testing it a lot and I'm loving the fact that I can actually enjoy my food again. I am excited when it gets to be time to like eat instead of, oh, great, I'm hungry. Now I'm going to be bloated and uncomfortable. I'm actually excited because my food tastes good. I'm happy about it and I feel good after I eat. Like my energy levels are up. My mood has definitely improved because I'm not cramping all the time. I'm not uncomfortable. So that's been a huge change for me, and I'm loving my results so far. So I'm super excited to see what after 30 days does for me.
That is incredible. And absolutely, it's going to change your mood. It's going to change everything, right? And
Hmm.
so, if you were to give anyone it just two words of advice, just a few words of advice, if they're kind of like, I don't know, I've tried everything, nothing's worked before. Is this going to work? What would you say to them?
Cake and Rich.
Just that simple, right? Taken rich.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is amazing. And I thank you so much, Jordan, for sharing. We are so excited about the results you are getting. And though I do want to share that Jordan's story is not an isolated situation. We hear this over and over and over. And what I love about it is it's really targeting the root cause of the dysfunction in the gut, which means it's helping with all the gut issues. Whether you have slow motility, whether you are running to the bathroom, whether you are having bloating, indigestion, food sensitivities, any of those things are going to be helping. And that's what I love is we just get to hear this over and over and over again, right? Foods that you couldn't all of a sudden eat that were causing issues, being able to eat and not have the discomfort afterwards. I know for me, dairy has been huge in my life, my whole life, not being able to digest it properly. I was the one who run into the bathroom. It doesn't bother me at all anymore. I know that increased energy totally happens when you actually are absorbing the nutrients from your food. Like it's such a big deal and it seems just so simple. Like one little capsule, pop it before you eat, and it's going to help you digest your whole food, supporting your whole digestive system. Every stage of digestion is supported with this one supplement. And that's what I love so much is oftentimes you have to take three or four things to get a big result. Not with this. One and done, you get amazing results. So I absolutely love that. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about our metabolic support system. We have this award-winning system that really is uh, it's a complete metabolic support. Most products in the market are going to support or target one area. What I love about this is it's looking at it from a holistic approach of all the five metabolic markers. How can we support that in the body to create better functioning in the body? Because what happens with metabolic function now, a lot of people just associate metabolic function with weight gain, weight loss, right? Would you agree that when we think metabolic health, we're just thinking like a person struggles either with weight gain or weight loss. Okay, well that is not what it is. What metabolic function is in the body is how from a cellular level your body turns food into fuel so that your cells can perform the functions that they're made to do. That's the most basic description of what metabolic health is. And metabolic dysfunction is the root cause of all chronic illness and disease in the body. So we need to get support at that level. And this is really, really good targeted approach to do that. Whether you've got blood sugar issues, whether you got blood pressure issues, cholesterol things, or maybe you just want to support your health so you don't end up having those problems. It can be a preventative as well, and I absolutely love that. We have a couple of friends here who have seen incredible, incredible results. And what I want you to take note of is this is not rapid weight loss. This is not starvation. This is dedicated, consistent use of the daily health system alongside Enrich, full transparency. Both of my friends here used both Enrich and the daily health system consistently, which supported them in altering their diet because it turned the food noise down. They made those health changes slowly over the course of their path. But can you imagine being able to change and shift that in your body naturally? I think everybody would do it if they could get it naturally, right? If you could do it naturally, everybody would choose natural every time. But I just like want to again just reiterate, this is not a quick crash diet. This is not a quick crash drop, 100 pounds overnight. This is consistent supporting the body at the cellular level so the body can do what it's made to do, which is burn fat and build muscle. That's what the body is meant to do, right? So, um, you can see all kinds of people are getting results. We actually have a Facebook group that you can get access to by connecting to the person who invited you to watch this video. They can invite you and you can go read the in-depth stories of which people are seeing results with our products. It's a group on Facebook, a private group that you can get access to where you can read hundreds of thousands of testimonies on what people are feeling when they use these products. Here's just a little snippet, right? Having better energy, feeling full between meals. For my husband, actually, for him, he said he was always hungry, never satisfied. We put a glucose monitor on him and discovered that he was dropping his blood sugars. He was hypoglycemic. And so this has been a huge change for him to feel satisfied between meals. And he dropped 13 pounds with that. He's not overly big guy. He lost 13 pounds, but more importantly, he started sleeping better and he wasn't feeling like he was starving constantly all day long. So that has been huge for him in supporting his metabolic health. Now, this is my absolute favorite product. I absolutely love our Glow Collagen. Why do I love it? Because it is like nothing else you'll ever see. And the amount of support it gives your body, it is supporting like 7 body systems. It is not just a collagen product, it's also a molecular peptide formula. So, a molecular peptide formula, what does that actually mean? It means that your body's absorbing it at a higher rate than you'll ever have with another collagen product. Your collagen, why do we need to support our bodies with collagen? Because after 20, our body starts depleting it very, very quickly. And into the later years, the later seasons of life, our depletion rate goes up by 30%. It's insanity. And collagen is the structural protein in your bones, your muscle tissues, your connective tissues, your gut lining, your arterial lining, your hair, your skin, your nails. But most of the time, you're only going to hear about hair, skin, and nails. Why are you going to hear about hair, skin, and nails? Is because most collagens on the market are only going to target that level of cellular support. This is targeting cellular support and rebuild like nothing I've ever seen before. It helped me recover from a lifetime of chronic lower back pain. Right in my sciatic, I would have flare-ups that would leave me bedridden. I have been able to change my body composition, build lean muscle like I've never been able to do before, recover, and actually be the healthiest and strongest I've ever been in my entire life. And I'm going to invite Amanda back on because this is one product that really made an impact in Amanda's life in ways that she did not expect. So have a listen here, and Amanda's going to share with you.
So we often talk about having a hero product, our favorite product in the line, and I would have to say this is my family's full hero product. This was the first product that I was actually introduced to, and when it was introduced to me, it aligned with what I've done for work since 1999. I've been in the beauty industry, so it's always about hair, skin, nails. We just said that, and that's what everybody thinks that collagen. We get the collagen supplement because it's hair, skin, and nails. But had I known when I started this product, I had terrible, severe postpartum hair loss within my hairline that I was literally balding in these 2 spots. And I have the before and after pictures. So this is where I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this collagen. I have nothing to lose. I've tried every collagen on the market. I've been to the health food store. I'm loading up on this Costco, and nothing is bringing my hair back. Nothing is bringing the vitality back in my skin. And being somebody that works in the beauty industry, it's kind of important to have that and to put that face forward with what we do for work. So when I took the collagen, um, after day 3, something crazy changed for me. Um, I'm a Pepto Bismol addict, we'll call it that, a Pepto-Bismol addict. So if I didn't have one in my purse, if I didn't have one in the car, it was everywhere. I had to have it. Every time I ate, I got severe heartburn. I couldn't sleep because the heartburn was so bad. And 3 days into taking the Glow Collagen, I noticed that I wasn't reaching for the Pepto, and I actually ended up stop taking my ranitidine prescription that was specifically for heartburn because I wasn't having flare-ups or anything. As time went on, within the week, I started sleeping, like having a full night's rest. And I hadn't had that for years. I have small children, and this is when I had just had a baby. I was up all night and not able to fully get back to sleep. So the first week, I have no heartburn. I'm sleeping like a baby. And I thought to myself, the only thing that's changed is I added this collagen into the mix of everything. So Jen was talking about that beautiful group that we have, the testimonial group that you can get invited to. And I thought to myself, because we'd already looked in there and found different testimonies on products, I'm going to type in heartburn. I'm going to type in sleep. And sure enough, there was so many testimonies on helping with the heartburn, on helping with the sleep. It completely blew my mind that that would even help me with that. And I'll get Jen to share why and how because it's totally crazy. You would never think that a collagen would do that. So I noticed as well different changes in my legs. So I suffer from varicose veins. I suffer from spider veins because of the type of work and everything that I do. Just my whole body started feeling better before I even got the hair, skin, and nails. After a few months, I could see my hairline filling in. My skin felt better. And my nail tech's on here. She knew my nails were growing faster, but I decided to even share this with my husband. And this is why it's become a family favorite. He was wearing a brace for probably a year. He's an underground miner and suffered from severe tendonitis. And after 2 months of us putting him on this collagen, the brace has never gone back on. So the more I dug deeper, the more I learned about this product, it's now a staple with my children who are athletes. Every time they have an injury or they get hurt, anybody who deals with my kids, like the physio, their coaches, they're like, I cannot believe how fast your kids recover. So when it comes to gut health, sleep, repairing things in your body, the beauty. And when we talked about bone density, my mother-in-law got a bone density scan and the doctor walked in and said, I've never seen anything like this before. So that's just a tiny bit. I'm sure I still have lists and lists and could go on about this product because that's how much we love it. But if I can swing this back to you, Jen, um, why no heartburn and why do we sleep like a baby when we take the collagen?
Okay, let's tackle sleep first. There's an amino acid in there that helps your body produce melatonin. So naturally going to be improving your quality of sleep and how fast you fall asleep and the length of time you stay asleep at night. And that is not an uncommon reaction. A lot of people will call me the next day and be like, oh my gosh, I just had the best sleep ever. I haven't slept like that in so many years. I'm like, man, that's a gift right there. Because, man, does that change your life when you can't sleep? If you've ever struggled with sleep, you know how hard that is. And being able to sleep is a game changer. Absolutely. And then as far as the heartburn, that one is kind of unique, right? Like normally we're gonna go to enrich for that support. And though depends on what the dysfunction was in the body, right? And so I just love how this collagen formula just brings the inflammation down in your body and helps rebuild cellularly, right? And so it's helping to strengthen the tissue. So my what I suspect happened in your case is like the sphincter at the top of your esophagus was weak and then it was strengthened through the building of the tissues through the collagen. That's what I suspect because that one there, that's an amazing result for sure.
And it's so
And
good. My
one we
doctor
talk
was so
less about.
yeah.
But it really depends on what is causing the dysfunction as to what's going to help with it, right? So absolutely love it. You mentioned a couple of the things that we see happening, and I'm just going to share a few pictures here. You can see absolute skin changes, cellulite changes, eczema. Eczema is a gut issue. You need the gut lining support. You need the support through nutrients for that. Cystic acne, that is a gut health issue. It needs support through gut health, and I absolutely love this trio, this duo of products for so many different health concerns. You see here so many people feel like they feel younger, like they're aging backwards. That was what people were saying to me when I first got started on the collagen. Within a few months, I had people stopping me and messaging me saying, "What are you doing? Because you're literally aging backwards before my eyes, and I need to know what you're doing." And of course, I was excited to share about it because, like, man, I feel good. I feel like my energy is better. I am able to do things physically that I wasn't able to do because of the improvement in my mobility. My skin, of course, I'm happy about that. I actually came to the collagen looking for the support because I heard some other stories about how it can bring inflammation down and pain down in the body. And I was really in a tough place with my back at the time. But like you, I had tried other collagens. Nothing was working. Nothing was touching it. I would get a little bit of results with my skin and my nails, but nothing was touching the pain. Nothing was bringing inflammation down in my body. And so that is just something that really changed everything for us. Now, let's move over real quick because we're going to wrap this up real soon here, but this is one of my favorite offerings that we have because I absolutely love travel. And did you know that people who travel are happier? Like, this is an actual statistic. Like people who travel are happier, getting a break. Like, oh man, if you live in a northern climate like I do, it is nice to have a break in the sunshine in the middle of winter, right? We love that. We absolutely love to travel. And what does saving on travel mean for me? It means more travel. So if I can save on travel, it means I can double up on my travel. So if you could save up to 65% on hotels, resorts, condos, cruises, car rentals, would that make an impact in your life? Would that make it possible to travel? Travel is expensive. If you have a family, oh boy, travel is expensive. I have 4 kids, so I had one too many kids because we have to get 2 hotel rooms everywhere we go. It's expensive, right? And so, man, this has opened up the possibility for us to just save more money and have that money go towards something else, whether that be excursions, more fun activities, more travel. I absolutely love that. There's no blackout dates. And the coolest thing about this is you get a free trip at the end of every year that you are part of this travel club. So when you're part of this travel club, you're going to travel every year, no matter what, whether you use it throughout the year or not, you're going to get a voucher that you can use and redeem at over 3,000 destinations worldwide and go take your family on a vacation. Absolutely amazing. And so if you want to dig deeper into what that looks like and do some comparisons and stuff, make sure to get back to the person who invited you because they can dive in and do that with you so you can really see what that could look like for you and your family. If you're planning a vacation coming up, make sure you connect because one of the first people that I shared this with saved $1,100 taking her family to an all-inclusive resort in Mexico. $1,100. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, you'll see a couple more savings here. So it's saving $1,000 between accommodation and car rentals. I know myself personally, I saved $250 just recently staying at a hotel for a couple of nights. Absolutely phenomenal. Hotels are more expensive than they've ever been. And if you can get it 50% off, amazing. That's absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so let's turn this over a little bit more because I told you guys I would show you how this could turn into an income opportunity for you because we are all looking for ways to create more money. And what you saw here today was us sharing stories that have impacted our own personal lives. And that is truly what we do. We share with other people. Now, how many times do you walk around and you hear someone saying something about their pain? Something about their pain. I wish I didn't have to work so much. I wish my hip wasn't hurting today. I wish I could, like there's so many people are looking for what you could be sharing with them. And when you're the one sharing with them, you could earn extra income, whether you are sharing your website, which by the way, as a business owner, let me tell you how expensive it is to have a website. I'm talking thousands of dollars to manage a website, and Trinant is going to do that for you without paying any extra. Nothing. They're going to manage that. You don't have to do any inventory. There's no inventory management, no research development. Man, when you start understanding what it takes to put together a complete business, you really start to appreciate what you have your hands on here because it takes a lot to have a business really flow. And what we get to do is we get to share and we get to benefit and we get to impact lives and they're happy and we're happy. It's a win-win situation, right? And so you will get a customized website for your name that you can share with people. And every time someone shops with you, you're going to make a commission. And based on volume, you can earn up to 40% bonuses on that volume. Okay. Now, if you're like me and you love seeing others thrive and you love building community and creating impact in people's lives, maybe you want to look at this as an opportunity to get started as a business partner. You want to get started as a business partner, you can create income on another level of our business where you help others get started and we help walk you through the systems. That's the other thing that, oh my goodness, the systems we have, you guys, it is literally plug and play. You can plug into the systems and start sharing and create income. Right now, we have builder bonuses up to $53,000 that you could create extra income on top of all the other ways that you get paid here in your first 9 months. And just next month alone, they've added an extra bonus where in your first 30 days, you could make $2,100 minimum just by doing the minimum. Just by doing the minimum. So rank advancing to your first level, you could get $2,100 in the bonuses. You could make even more if you drive a Jeep. Did you know that at the very first rank level in this company, you will get paid to drive a Jeep? I absolutely love that. At first, when I saw that, I was like, man, I don't need a vehicle. But then I was like, man, but if you're going to pay me for my vehicle, now looking back 3 years later, they've paid me almost $30,000 for my Jeep that didn't come out of my family budget. And I absolutely am so grateful for that because in that time, we needed another vehicle. And I want to tell you just a short little story because a friend of mine who is a single mom, she was struggling. So she had reached this jade level and she was struggling with a broke down vehicle. It literally broke down on her way to work. And you know that she was able to take an Uber to the dealership and drive away in a vehicle that Nin Trinant has been paying monthly, her payments every month since. Like, how incredible is that, right? It could have been such a stressful situation for her, but it wasn't because she had that fallback on here where the program was already there in place and she had quite easily built up to that first level and was going to get paid for that. How phenomenal is that? So I love that program because it makes such a difference because if you don't know this, a car payment is the second highest payment in most people's homes. So if we can alleviate some of that financial stress, huge difference, right? So what I love also is that we have something called a base pay. So you can really easily identify where you want to be and where it's going to make a difference for you and your family. So whether you are looking to make an extra $500 a month or an extra $2,000 a month or an extra $12,000 a month, we can pave the way for how you can create that for your family. And so what I want to tell you is make sure that if you are seeing this today and you are someone who's just like, I'm really kind of curious about the health products, I want you to message the person who invited you to watch this and just message them a one. Tell them I'm a one. If you're someone who wants to travel more, you tell them I'm a two. Tell me more about this travel thing. If you are someone who says, you know what, I could handle an extra $2,000 a month, show me how. Tell them I'm a number. Just tell them you're a number three. You're number three. You want to create more income from home, making an impact in other people's lives. If you are thinking like all of this sounds pretty amazing, you want a deeper dive, I want you to tell them that you're a number four, and we're going to get on a call and we're going to dive in and answer all your questions, show you all the things, and then you can make an informed decision as to whether this is going to be a good fit for you. And then we can build a business plan for you that is going to fit into the pockets of your day. This is what's so cool is most people actually start and do work a full-time job. And what's cool is you can build this in the pockets of your day. It doesn't have to take over your life. So it's where you can actually create full-time income with part-time time. Right? And that's one of the things that I absolutely love about it. Okay. You like to travel? We just launched a new incentive trip. Every year, by working your business, you can earn a free incentive trip. We just launched one. We're going to be taking everyone to Mexico in January. And right now, we have just started the earning period, and you can absolutely earn this trip. And we would love to be able to travel the beaches of the world with you, get to know you. And by the way, it's a trip for two. So I want you to start thinking about if I could go on a free trip to Mexico next January in the middle of winter, who would I bring with me? Who would I bring with me? I want you to think about that because there is potential here for you that you could be going on a vacation in January with your plus one. Who do you want that to be? Who do you want to sit on a beach with? Okay, we're here to support you every step of the way. We have the tools. Oh, by the way, do you know how much it costs to develop an app? I just learned this. I learned this from a friend who's in the health space who wants to develop an app for her clients. $10,000 minimum to develop an app. And do you know that Trinont gives you an app to use to help run your business easier? Is absolutely phenomenal. I'm telling you, this is not a minimum app. There is so many tools within that app. Absolutely amazing. We have the best mentorship and community you can find in the industry where you can show up to anyone and they will be willing to give you support. We have shareable resources, we have rewards, we have events coming up. So you might even have a local event to you. So ask the person who invited you when the next local event is so you can come and meet us in person. So if you're ready to get started, it's super, super simple. We have these packs. I absolutely love this middle builder pack because you're going to get to sample a handful of products and really see what they can do for you. But no matter where you're ready to get started, you can get started on any pack really simply. The business is free. The products are going to impact your life, and you're going to have a huge opportunity to create income by changing other people's lives. So thank you guys so much for being on here with us. Thank you so much for everyone who shared today. Thank you, Amanda, for co-hosting with me. We are so excited for that you came for this information. Just get back to the person who invited you and they will walk you through the next steps. Let them know if you're a 1, 2, 3, or a 4. Okay, thank you guys. Have a great night.